the things off and throw the inside. I'd have to take the inside out, but I don't want to have to do that. I'm trying to get what I can for these bags and everything. I mean, the bags weren't selling. That was weird. But yeah, and and I know people say food prices are up. Yeah, I know that. But some people can actually pay for things. Some people are cheap too. Not trying to badmouth people. I know some people have a hard time getting money and stuff when you need stuff like that. And then I got this one, but yeah, you know, the world's the way it is. Hopefully one day it gets cheap again. I wish, because I heard somebody say there was a 5-cent bag of chips that was this big. I wasn't alive when that happened. I said, oh, I wish they'd had that when I was born. No offense. A lot of people like chips. The flavored ones are more addicting than the regular ones, because the regular ones you can put nacho cheese, stuff like that on there. It's not so addicting then. Even though I like nacho cheese. And I got another bag. This one I used the pink camo type one for that one. Stuff like that. Alright, and this one, I got like a couple of that color. I'm gonna put these back in the bag since I still have the bag, because I'm keeping the prices together so I don't have to look around unless some of them are mixed. I'd have to mix them up. I'm trying to keep the prices with the same prices and stuff like that, kind of, so people can see what I got. Unless people don't want to move the bags and don't want to buy them, I can't make people buy things either. I'm just temporarily putting these in these bags. I'm going to be ending up separating some of the bags because I got to put them in order and everything in the closed bags I have. I'm going to set that one down there. But yeah, like I said, I'm just trying to sell what I can and all that jazz. Just trying to make a living. I heard something. Must have been wasn't the snowplow, I know that. This bag right here was this is the one I think I was talking about. This is the one that was supposed to be $32. Like when I plus the $24 one, I had 28 for the medium. This one can't be 34 because I don't think no one's going to buy it, so I put it to 30. That's as low as I'm going with this one. The big ones, that is. And here's another big one. I switched them all to 30 bucks. That's as low as I'm going with that one. Here's the medium one that was mixed with the large ones. And this one's the 28 one. The same color as the one I had that broke and ripped. And the thing that sucks is when you fall in love with yarn like this color is discontinued. And I was like, crap. I mean, I'm not trying to be negative. It's just when things quit selling, that's the part I don't like. And my knitting friends tell me the same thing. They don't like it when it happens either. Like they stop selling stuff like that. That's what bothers me in the knitting crochet world, when they take away your favorite colors. In the darn good yarn bag, I still have this one. I had it at a certain price. I shot it down to 16, see if it sells. It's just a little hand bag. I did a mesh stitch from scratch with that one. I thought that was somebody else's design, but that's okay. I forget sometimes. It's okay. And I still got the beads on the side with this one. I'm just trying to get everything coordinated after I'm done selling things. You gotta lean over, I got a full pile in the ditch. That's what it feels like over here. And this one's just got a button on the, there's a button on the top here, that's the only sealable thing, because I couldn't get a zipper for some of my bags. But yeah, hopefully these sell. And then I got my market bag still, the one I invented from scratch. This one I got the idea from somebody else showed a pattern, and I did this part on my own for the top. And of course my newest creation one is this one. Still haven't sold that. Some people, I posted market bags, this and that, couple bags. I couldn't post all my projects, so I posted when I could. Another one of these bags, a little bigger one. I'm just hoping these things sell. Like, I'm just really nervous a little bit because my friend's like, oh, because of the area, things aren't going to sell. She was wrong the first time. I'm sorry. I hope she's wrong and things sell. So far, broadcasting it online is a very, very good idea. You can tell people the prices if they ask, stuff like that. It's really worth it. So now I learned, and I wrote that in my notebooks. Make sure to post some of your stuff you're selling so people get an idea. And I got the hour bag still. And of course, these bags I actually just use on my waist so nobody steals money at my work. If the people do steal money at your work, then you just twist it like this and then you knot it on your pants loop. That's what I made these for, but they could be little kid bags too, so that's okay. I still got all the granny square ones. They didn't sell, I'm shocked. If they don't, I guess I'll have to use them because I don't know what else to do with them. I think I've had this pink one the longest time. I used to just create things and give them away as a gift, and then someone said, no, you should sell them, and I said, I'll try. Otherwise, some of these things could be presents, and I don't have to take them apart. I mean, I don't want to take anything apart. I'm not trying to be negative. It's just, it sucks when people don't buy things, and they do this, this, and that. Getting a stretch over here for this one. Okay. If I have to turn off the camera to move things closer, that might happen too. I'm not the best video person on this thing, but I do my best. That's all that matters. You don't have to be a broadcasting genius. I used to want to be a fashion designing type person, like a fashion model, but that was when I was really little, and I forgot about that dream. I just want to be creative as possible. I still got this one. The one lady on Facebook wanted to buy this, and she changed her mind. It's just a little bag. It has no zipper in it. But it's still nice. And then, of course, like the other bag I made, this one, a girl looked at it, so I put a zipper on it. The other one I made, I couldn't put a zipper on to save my life. I'll show that one quick, because I'm going to put this one in a different category. But this one did not, I could not get a zipper to fit in here. And a friend told me that there's a zipper thing that's a circular one. You could cut the zipper. I'm like, you have to add a zipper part to it to do that? So if this doesn't sell, maybe I'll have her, she's going to have it, I think on the 16th, yeah, that's next Tuesday, she said she'd bring it over and show me, and she'll teach me some tricks. I can learn tricks from nice old ladies, too. They're nice people. It's really therapeutic to go over there and do the selling and everything. I'll keep this one in this bag. This one's an open work bag till then. But yeah, and then I got this bag. Just trying to keep the price ones that are the same prices with each other so people can move the bags or move them over and take them off. I fold them up like this and do this with the yarn because it has to hold up. I don't want, because if an old lady bends down and hurts her back, that's what I'm worried about. If a lady wants a bag and she hurts herself. Because people don't want to bend over and see things all the time either. I looked up colors that were popular. Pink and gray was one. I got more yarn coming. Oh joy. This lady keeps giving me her yarn, but I think I'm going to try and look at the yarn I'm going to keep, and then I'll give the rest to Knit Crew, because I'm not trying to be mean. She's giving me a lot of yarn. She used to knit. And if you were outside in the dark, someone could see you with this orange. It's really bright. Yeah, basically she's giving me sparkly yarn, which I know I can use the sparkly yarn. All the other yarn I have never... I've got my dad's yarn room is turning into a yarn hoarder's mess. And I'm trying not to keep too much yarn. I'm just going to go through the yarn, what I do use. I used to donate it to St. Vincent's, and I quit doing that because my friends told me don't do it because all the thrift stores are being stupid. They get free stuff and they post it like it's brand, or price it like it's brand new. Like I saw a bag of yarn, used yarn in there, and it said $6 to $7 or $8. I'm like, holy cow, that's not even worth that much. Stores are just greedy. These people need to go to either get replaced with cheaper people or what. I'm not trying to say people don't deserve their money, but holy cow, you shouldn't be charging that much for yarn. There was like a skein in there that I bought, but it was $6, but it was a pound of love yarn. I bought it because I needed white yarn. I was out of that. I'm only buying yarns I need. I buy cool yarns once in a while just to test them before they get rid of them, so I don't miss out on some yarn. So I just tell myself 1 or 2 skeins of that color and don't buy it after that because it's probably going to go to business, you know, like when it's discontinued. That's the part that sucks, really. You know what I'm talking about. Alright, here we go. Let go. Here's another one of those big bags. I have some of them mixed a little bit here. I'm going to have them a little bit mixed in this, and that, so we'll see how that goes. A lot of people like this picture, and this one has no filling. I couldn't get a filling if I tried. It kind of looks like a strawberry. Kind of looks like it should be scrunched up, but it's a nice bag. It's kind of like a strawberry bag, I guess you could call it. I don't know if that would be like a market bag or just a bag. A person could put yarn in that bag, actually. And I still have the knotted Japanese knot bag, the pattern I got off YouTube. So if you wanted to do that bag, you can use whatever yarn and whatever hook, and you just, you know, add it to, or just watch it, and you can use whatever yarn. It doesn't seem to matter, I think, but the yarn size will change the size of the project, though. So just noting that. Alright, you get those toss. Can't reach. My friend has this bag. She said it was good. She said, you should advertise it as a book bag. I just wrote the word book bag on it, so that's all I did. Still trying to sell them and everything. I still got the book bags, as I'm calling them now. I told somebody that they're supposed to be for books because her Bible, she holds her Bible in hers and it's the same color as this red one, mixed one, and I made it for her as a goodbye present. She loved it. There's a cotton version of one. That one's cotton yarn. I had to write down. I also write down the fibers because I don't write the washing instructions in here because I don't have that much ink and printers and it's pricey. So putting the yarn and the cost and what it is in the middle, but putting the like what it is on. If it's acrylic and mixed with wool, because if somebody washes these and they wash wool, it'll shrink into nothing. The first time I washed wool, it shrunk and the thing was about that small. I said, "Geez, I'm glad it wasn't expensive. It was cheap from Hobby Lobby, luckily." Here's the pink version of that green bag. And here's the other book bag. Book bags kind of look like market bags for food and stuff to me. I think that's what they look like. But yeah. So hopefully this stuff sells tomorrow. Crossing my fingers, because I'm really nervous when people say, "Oh, I don't think I can sell." She said that last time. And she was shocked I did well, but there were some people that didn't sell well. Some people will buy things and some people won't. I don't understand why they say, "Oh, nice work," and walk away. You know, it just drives me, I get a little angry because I'm like, if you like it, buy it. I'm not making people buy things. I'm just saying what's on my mind, which is, you do have a right to speak your mind. I'm not trying to complain, but I do sometimes. We all do it. We're human beings. We all kind of like, what was a car? Okay. But yeah, we do complain. It happens. We're human. We're trying not to scream. That would be worse. Listening to people scream. And I put yarn right here to tie this one up so I can hang it like a little shorter. This one's a lawn bag that I didn't bring it last time, so I decided I'm going to bring all my bags and see what goes. And I still got this bag. That was my phone, if anybody heard that. Okay. And let's see. My stomach growled that time. Okay, I still have the beach themed bag. I thought maybe somebody will buy this for somebody as a Christmas present, because I'm guessing that the festival in the old town hall that's across from the Rockland store only has a small store in that town. When I was a kid, we had to go to Ontonagon. There used to be a Frackie's, and besides Pat's, there was Frackie's and another store, I think it was IGA, and they closed. And Pat's is the only store. We used to have a Family Dollar, and a Dollar General. We only have a Dollar General. And Dollar General is being ridiculous as Pat's. Some of the food prices aren't too bad, but holy cow, when I go in there and buy a couple items around $30 to $40 or $30, it's like, I'm glad it hasn't went to 40 yet. That's scary. It's really ridiculous, I will say that, in my opinion. Yeah, can't reach from here. Well, so far I managed to stop the camera. That's a good sign. That's progress. Mostly I'm stacking things in different categories because I'm trying to organize what I can. I don't have those shelves. I'll be right back. Go figure. Phone calls only happen when I'm flipping filming. I don't know why. Something about my oil. I have to get oil filled before this and that. And here's the other. Anyways, back to where we're going. The knotted bag. This one's a cotton version of it. I wasn't sure if people want to use that for vegetables. That's why I got the idea for doing it that way. And I got the Christmas colored bag. These ones got zippers and fillings in them. This one doesn't have a zipper, but it has a filling in it, because I can't get a zipper on these ones. These ones are hard to get zippers on. This next one does not have a filling in it. One person says it doesn't need filling, so I didn't bother adding the filling to this one. Yeah, so I'm trying to sell what I can. Hopefully, whatever sells, you know, I'll just post it at the end of the video like I normally do, because then I don't have to talk about it sold, because then I just look at my notes and I go through my pictures on my computer and everything. I just hope we get an early spring this time, because we had one I think we had one in April, and I was able to find a lot of refunds in the ditches when I was walking. I don't drink beer or anything, but I find a lot of beer cans, and one guy looked at me and thought I drink beer. I said, "No, I wouldn't drink this stuff." I said, "I don't drink fart in a can." As a joke, I said that because I don't like drinking. That's just something I would do. My dad was a little bit of a drunk, sadly to say, but he was a good dad when he wasn't drinking, we'll say that. I just don't like alcohol. I went to dare class. I don't care for it. I'm only saying that in my defense. Even though that's not about what we're talking about, crafts, I know. I got this hat pattern online, and I basically made it. I'm test selling the cap. I ended up having to glue this thing on, super glue it, because it wouldn't, and I made sure the adjusting part was loose, so someone could, like, adjust it as they go. And I got these big this is what I thought a cowl looked like. If they don't sell, then hopefully I could take them apart and do something with them. I guess they're not that big. But I thought maybe someone could slip it over their neck and just, you know, squish it up, keep warm. That was a polyester one. I found one of the twisted headbands I found I had in one of my rooms, so I decided I'm gonna try and sell it. I'm gonna try and see if I get that for $6. We'll see what we can do there. We got another cowl. This one's actually a wool fabric. I had to look this one up online because I couldn't tell. Sometimes Google knows what it is and sometimes they don't. I got some fingerless gloves. I just made some plain ones. This was a medium one. I put it right here so people know where the thumb hole is if they want to try one on. Another set of mediums. I made 2 medium ones so I can try and get some winter-based customers. And I got a small pair. And I made that lady's small ones. So those ones were nice. She's happy with the picture. I sent her a text. She was happy with that. Yeah, I'm gonna open this bag. We're getting closer to the bottom of the pit. Yay! That was a car. Okay. I was wondering what that was. It was a boom. I got some scarves that are still not getting sold, but hopefully they do. And this one right here with like the tassels at the end I did with the gray tassels. I still got this one. Probably just fold this one up. This one I have a Ziploc bag that my dad used for paper towel. It's those Ziploc bags they used for that. That's what my dad was using it for, toilet paper to put in there back in the day. I still got this film striped scarf. Fold it in half so you can see a little bit better. Mixed colored yarn I had to use up to make scarves. That's the first thing I did when I started making these scarves. I made these on the knitting loom. Except for this one with the tassels, I made that with crochet. And the pink one I made with crochet. These ones I just made with the knitting loom, and I just added whatever colors. And this one was made on the knitting loom too. I don't remember what this yarn is, but I haven't seen it in a while. I can't remember what the yarn color was either. That's the one thing sad. I try to keep labels so I can remember some of the names to these, but I can't always remember all the names to that stuff. Alright, these are all the big hats. I have these bags labeled so I can keep the big hats and the small hats separate from each other, so people can see them. I'm fine. I was happy with the hat with the X's, the one that sold. That one, I have a little kid one that didn't sell. That baby one didn't sell, so I don't know if I'm going to make baby stuff unless somebody asks me to make a baby thing, then I'll make it. I still have all 3 same squares, but I think they're in different order on each one. So I still have the granny square hats. That one I got off Etsy. I got the pattern off Etsy, so I made a few to see if they're going to sell or not. Some things don't sell, though. I don't tell people, oh, I invented this when I didn't invent it. I never do that. I say if it's my pattern or not. If that's my pattern, I'll say, I'm like, it's better to be truthful, because if I lied and said that was my pattern, that is illegal to do, I think. This one's my pattern, of course. This one's my pattern, of course. It's the same hat, a little bit different size, a little shorter, or a little bigger, I think. But this one's my pattern. I keep saying it. And here's another hat I invented. Yeah, I like to keep the hats in categories, so I know which hats they are. I'm just gonna keep the bags right next to here because there's a. I put them in that one bag because it's a zipper bag, it's a Ziploc bag. I don't know if that was originally for toilet paper or for paper towel though. Yeah. Gotta get this small set of fingerless gloves that went to the floor almost. Alright, now we got these Darn Good Yarn silk ones, fingerless gloves. I thought I heard something. I'm hearing things. So I got the medium ones that I invented. And I still got the large ones. The surprise the small ones sold. That's what that lady had to do to show me her hand size and everything. She just didn't stay to meet her at the craft fair or anything, so I'll see her next Tuesday when my friend shows me about those zipper things and everything. And the wool ones, I still have those. I just cross my fingers and pray it sells. That's all I can do. I may say some things once in a while. I'm not trying to be a hateful person. I'm just irritated when people don't buy stuff. You know, like they compliment. It's like, why can't you comment and buy something? So I'm thinking maybe I should make cheaper items, like small items, like the chapstick holders and stuff. I'm thinking of doing that too. So maybe that'll help things sell more, maybe. Because then maybe things would sell better, I think, if I did it like that. Somebody bought this plant still. I'm shocked. It's just a flake plant. It's supposed to be like roses on leaves and stuff. It's just to hang on a keychain right here, not for car keys, because that would be too heavy for car keys. And then I got the headband with the weird symbol I invented. I just used graph paper and put X's and stuff on it so I know where it is. Another headband, the didnt, which has got the star on it. Then I got a hat. That probably matches with one of the scarves, I bet. I still got the line hat. That's another car. Okay, this one I think, yeah, this one was by Bag O' Day Crochet. I remember that pattern. Luckily, I remember that one. I think this was also Bag O' Day Crochet's pattern too. Yeah, it is. It's another hat. I remember her patterns a little bit. The ski hat was my design, though. I designed it from looking at a picture online, seeing how it was shaped, and I had the lady's head measurements. I made this one first, but I had to make practice one before I made her hat, and then she liked her hat. It was all striped red and white. She had me do two other hats or another hat for her, and she bought both of them. I still have the kid hat that didn't sell. People still like that one, though. I think this is another Bag O' Day Crochet one, too, I think, if I remember correctly. But yeah, I'm just hoping this stuff sells. I mean, I'm not trying to be negative. It's just, I'm really nervous when things don't sell. I know some of us have that problem where you're like, come on, sell, come on, sell. And then you have to change the prices. Some people don't change the prices in the city because they can keep their prices up and people buy stuff. And I know the food prices and all that crap, so nobody has to put that in the comments. I already know that's happening. Hopefully people will buy this stuff because I want things to sell. I'll put the scarves away later. Yeah, a big bag. This is my bag. I put some of my stuff in. I'm gonna open it up. I'm gonna have to take everything out of bags instead of putting them in bags only with the hats. I'll keep in bags and this and that. I put this up here temporarily just so I can get things up. I'm gonna organize it in that bag anyways. Alright, Japanese knot bag, which this one I got from the Japanese knot bag. I got the idea with doing at the top for a market bag. So that's where that idea came from. Hearing things. Not hearing voices at least. But I got this one's kind of like a pumpkin color. Oops, I thought that was going to fall. And I still got the yellow gray one. And I still got this one that kind of looks like a beach one. Beach color to me. This, I thought this would be, a lot of people liked a couple of, they don't have to use it for food, they can use it for whatever as long as it doesn't go through the hole. And of course I got this one here. This one is a t-shirt yarn bag, whatever people want to use it for. I added the beads here, so hopefully this one sells. I'm just really a little nervous things aren't going to sell, but I'm not trying to be negative like my friend is when she said, oh, things aren't going to sell. You don't know what's going to sell until you try. Test sell, don't make a ton of things. If someone says right now, this scarf was going to sell and it didn't sell, I make small amounts just so I know what sold it. And I made more bags that, even though it didn't sell this time, I remember one of them sold last time, so maybe somebody will buy something. I'm going to try and see if I can get people's idea of what colors they like and stuff like that, so maybe I can see what the popular colors are here, and there. Maybe that'll give a hint there. I still got some washcloths too, and I got more towel toppers. I didn't remember what those ones were. And I still get this one. I'm gonna try and keep these organized. I have to reorganize everything. Oh, there was a scarf in here I forgot about. Go figure. Oh yeah, this is the one I didn't buy. This is the one, just the layer of leftover scarf. That one's gotta go in the scarf pile though. And let's see. The sheep. We got the sheep still. I forgot the sheep. I still had them. I still had the sheep towel toppers. I still got the sheep. And I'm gonna put those ones over there so I can organize all these in the bag and everything so I don't mix them up. And I'm going to bring one of the wearable items here because I don't know if it's going to sell. I'm not trying to be negative, but I do think it's possible it can sell. It's basically a wool-based cowl. I'm only going to sell for 20 bucks. It's a Celtic knot scarf. This one is not my pattern. It's somebody else's, though. I know that this one was a pain in the butt to make kind of at first. It felt, not trying to be negative. It's just that you had to weave all these things in here. The pain in the butt part was that it wouldn't stay in place before you make the bottom. So what I did was I took some stitch markers and I marked it right there with the stitch markers and just locked it in place. That was the only problem I had with this. I can't remember who invented this pattern. I think it might have been Double Stitch Twins or somebody else. I can't remember though who it was, so hopefully that sells. Oh, there's another wearable I forgot about. Go figure. This one was the double stitch twins. It's the Gothic shawl, or the Gothic shawl thing with the neck thing. It's really long, so it's really long. So hopefully that one sells too. We'll see if that one sells. Okay, we're on our last bag. Yay. I'm not gonna have to rent, or I'm gonna have a table and a chair there, but like I said, at least they're giving me a chair, and it's $10, so it's $10 cheaper than Ontonagon with a $20 fee. This one's a $10 fee, which isn't a big deal. I just hope things sell. I'm not trying to be negative. I'm trying to have some hope here, because my friend says it's not gonna sell based on location. Well, how do you know? Some things may sell. When I had the hanging rack, everything was so squished together, nobody wanted to go through that mess. And then I felt bad, and I got rid of that thing. I think I donated or something. I can't remember what I did with it. But I got the grid boards, and those are worth it. Because you don't have to just use one side. You have to buy more hooks, obviously. But you hang them both sides, people can see things. And the bags were kind of bunched up, but not bunched up like in a hot mess. But you can move them side to side and see which ones you want. So we'll see how the selling goes tomorrow on the 13th. I almost said 16th. So yeah. Alright, I'm going to test sell the star bag. If it doesn't sell this one, I might just take the strap and just make a new bag with it, I guess. But yeah, that's another one that I'm trying, hopefully sells and everything. That granny square bag. This one is actually a bag inside here. This is not filling, so you can tell this is a bag. I just bought a bag that was cheap at St. Vinny's back when they were cheap, aka the thrift store, before they pushed their prices up, which was ridiculous in my opinion. Because don't thrift stores get free stuff and they want to screw you over. That's like the regular grocery stores. They're all greedy. That's like the lady online. I agree with her. Everybody's being greedy. And here's that one bag, the long string bag. But yeah, I'm just saying, these stores are definitely being greedy. Whoever says they're not being, then they're crazy. Wish we had cheaper stores up here though. And I still have this one. And yay, we're on the last one finally. So, the last one. Last string closing bag. It's not a zipper. There's no pockets in these because I don't know if people want more bag room, so that's why I have them that way. So hopefully, fingers crossed, things are going to sell. And so bad on the roads today, my friend almost forgot. She said, I'm so sorry, I forgot to pick you up. I said, it's okay, it doesn't start till 10. I didn't know when it ended. It turns out I found out it lasts until 2 o'clock. And oh my gosh, it sucked so bad. Not just for me, but the other crafters. I only made $24 on the way home. My friend said she had a friend that wanted to buy a pair of fingerless gloves off me and some markers. I took a picture of what she got. Like, I just took a picture of the stuff she got for me. I'll post that, so that one will be together at the end of the pictures. But it was really bad. They usually, in Rockland, Michigan, where I used to live back until I was 8, I know I was in Ontonagon for a little bit, but I don't remember, because I was a little baby, I think, back then when my parents broke up a long time ago. But anyways, what happened was, basically, the flippin', besides my friend forgot, and I told her I'm not mad at you and this and that, but the store weather is so bad out there, the road conditions are bad. I heard somebody mention a story about somebody going in the ditch. I don't know if that happened today or yesterday, but holy cow. We didn't see nothing like that up there. I had out my friend see the road because it was windy and fogs, or windy fog. It looked like a wind fog. The snow is evil. Apparently I learned if it's a snowstorm and it's in Rockland, don't go at all. It's not worth it. But anyways, yeah. But if it's good weather, then it just got better already. I mean, it's not blowing as hard as it was before. Oh my gosh, was that bad. A lot of people didn't do too well. Couple things, couple bookmarks finally got sold. I took my bookmarks out of the flippin' plastics and decided to have them sticking straight out with us. And I took a stapler, I stapled the end right here, and I made sure that I didn't staple the marker by accident, and then this way it had the slip on it, and it would just slide up and down if it had to. So people could see they were bookmarks. So another lady bought 2 bookmarks, and my last film striped scarf sold. This and that, I'll show you the pictures of what sold, but otherwise, holy cow. This weather sucks. I wish it was, everybody asks me, what do I want for Christmas? I want spring, and that's it. I wish winter would just last in December and just go away. If I had to give up 2 months, I'd give up November and December and call it quits. But yeah, we were up more north, so I guess we're close to the North Pole, I'm guessing. That's what I'm guessing, because that's what I'm thinking. Why the winters are so bad up here. Usually White Pine has it worse than us sometimes. But so far the weather has been mild, but now we get a bunch of storms and stuff. And it wasn't too high off where I couldn't shovel a little bit. I don't like shoveling because it hurts my hands, but yeah. Oh, and I got hope for next year. I'm thinking of making cheaper, smaller items that people would buy, not just washcloths and this and that. A friend was telling me instead of making those towel topper animals I showed before, she said you could make this towel thing with a button so people could just put their towel in that thing and button it up on their thing. So I'm going to practice with that too. I'm going to try to make some cheaper items so then when the flea market comes around, I will post on my on the town website, which they don't, you post where you're selling that, so they seem to be okay as long as you're mentioning where you're selling and this and that. I'm thinking of doing that next year. I'm going to make some more cheaper items so I can get more customers. I mean, I'm not going to always have customers to buy the expensive stuff. I mean, it's not like it's so expensive. It's not like it's past $100 or anything. I mean, some things might be 20. My big bags are usually around 30 bucks, but certain bags, I mean, like the ones I made, the invention ones I wear, I wear, the one I have I showed before, but otherwise, yeah. So I'm going to try and make cheaper items. I'm making presents for my friends. I'm thinking maybe I'll make a video on that. It's a little Christmas present for them. So far, I got a tea bag and one of the coasters I made. I'm not showing this on the Facebook because I don't want them to know I'm surprising them with a little present. I'm gonna try and make a cup cozy, like a coffee cozy where you button it. I'm gonna try and I got 2 done so far. I'm not done to wear the buttons on and everything. I'm trying to see if I can put a sew on or something. I'm gonna make it look cute. I'm trying to figure out, and I'm thinking of making them each a bookmark. Because those bookmarks I'm trying to sell, I think they'll sell now that they're sticking out longer. Maybe that would be a better idea. Okay, so anyways, Merry Christmas to everybody, and please spring come soon. I can't really complain too much because I wasn't the only one that did bad. A lot of people didn't sell a lot too. So hopefully this doesn't happen next year. If they have another storm, I know not to go. So I'm writing that down into my notes. What went through, like posting the pictures and where I'm selling, that worked to get me customers. Oh, and the person, before I go, the person that said, oh, I'll see you there, she turned out to be one of the sellers there. I thought she was going to buy something from me. I'm like, oh. And I was like, okay, that was a mistake, thinking he was a customer there. But that's okay. Hopefully I do, cross my fingers, I do better next year. I just got to post some projects I'm bringing to there and this and that. Try and get customers. None of the plushies even sold, I was shocked. But on the way home, at least I was able to sell, like, to that one nice old lady that my friend told me about. She wants to get her daughter some fingerless gloves and this and that. So she said she'll test the fingerless gloves on her because they're like this long, and she doesn't think they're going to work on her. I said, well, that's what the size said on the internet, to measure around and measure how long. So that's just, she'll have to test them. She'll get back to me about that. But she bought them, so she can't get her money back. So that's not a greedy thing there. I'm just saying, once you buy it, you gotta keep it, kind of rule. I mean, if somebody bought something from me broken to try to give it back, yeah, that would be robbing somebody right there. If they tried to rob you for their money back, like if somebody just took your project and, you know, cut it, and then they give it back to you, that would be sad. But anyways, hopefully things go good next year, hopefully. I just gotta keep remembering to post when I'm selling and where I'm gonna be at if I'm gonna attract customers. I don't want to keep shooting my prices down. I'm surprised none of the other scarves sold. The film striped scarves sold, so I know to make more of those. Anyways, I'll quit jabbering. You guys have a good holiday. Have a Merry Christmas again.